Right. So I've noticed that um, a lot, actually, pretty much all, if not most, of my private communications with people, whether they have been posting comments under my videos or sending me emails, or if I've been chatting with them on Skype Messenger, most of the conversations wind up at the same place. If not all, every conversation I've had so far has reached the same place. And it's basically, I'm from the school of, there's a doctor who I really like, who I had the chance to work with. Um, when I was going through difficulties, a friend of mine who's heavily into health, mental health, physical health, etc., he turned me on to this guy, Dr. Friedemann Schwab, who was a traditional, I guess, just a doctor, normal I think a surgeon, um, who basically wrote a book about conditioning, mental conditioning, how your mind basically works, and how you can, his method of, you know, coming out of difficult mental situations, whether it's anxiety. I think he focuses a lot on anxiety, but it really applies to everything. Basically, which is learning how to recondition your mind so that your mind serves you better. Okay? Because at the end of the day, our mind is not who we are. Our mind is a tool. I mean, Friedemann Schwab is one of the key parts of my education, and but it's a part, and I'm also from the school of, I'm a huge Osho fan. Of course, Eckhart Tolle, Muji. These are all people that I have taken so many pages from. And at the end of the day, we all are unique, and it's very important to become your own uh, teacher, your own guide, your own doctor, your own guru, your own coach. At the end of the day, that's the goal: is you've got to become a self-coach, self-coaching, coaching yourself. And treating this vehicle, this body, exactly as it is, as a vehicle that you look after, what kind of food you put in, what kind of environment you put it into. Um, and also, your mind is part of that vehicle, and most of us are never taught that. And we kind of like stumble through this world, um, kind of like held a little bit hostage to our thoughts and our instincts and cravings, and rather than it being the other way around, where we can learn how to wield our most powerful tool, which is our mind, in a way that will basically help us to achieve, whatever it is we feel will serve us and our family, our friends, our environment the most. And going back to what I was talking about at the beginning, there's two things that most of my conversations with people come to, and through everything that I have learned, all the people that I have been following and reading, I think that these two main core uh, things are extremely helpful if if you can apply them consistently. Like with Freedom and Schwab, he will call it homework. And I think that's a really good way to look at it because, look, everything that's worth having takes some effort. I know we don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. You're just not going to get something easy. You got to put in some work. If you want to be good at playing the guitar, you've got to work on practicing how to play. It's the same with any sports, cooking, business, um, and even your health, especially your health. So if you want to improve your mental health, just expecting that it can be done by taking a pill or doing something easy, well, the first step is to try to rise above that way of thinking and realize that, like anything, it is going to take some work. The good news is that for anyone out there who gets turned off by that idea of having to work, like myself included, by the way, that, there's ways that you can do it that are much easier. And that's by doing, as I talk about in some of my other videos, doing it a little by little. Okay, so let's just dive right into these two incredible things. And of course, it comes down to journaling, which helped me tremendously and helped me so much so that I only did it maybe for about a year. And I was able to cruise off the energy that and positive way, the way that it helped, uh, sharpen and wield my mind. I was enjoying the benefits of 1 year's worth of journaling for so long. And it's no surprise that if you can see if people do this consistently throughout their life, how just they can become super powerful and confident. So positive. Let's get into it. So there's two things here. Okay, the first one, and I'm going to read from an email I sent someone. Actually, this was a Skype chat that I had with someone, and I wrapped it up with this because these techniques are really important. And I guarantee if you out there listening apply one or both of these techniques consistently, then in a matter of 3 months, you'll just turn everything around. You will become much more confident, much more positive in the way you view things, much stronger, much more accepting, much more grateful, and you'll be able to turn around how you feel. Okay, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a huge chore. You can do this a little by little every day. So the first one, which I think is the most important one, if you can't do both, do this one, which is every morning after you wake up and every night just before you go to sleep, preferably the last thing you do before bed, write down in a journal, it's better to do it by hand, 3 things that you are grateful for that happened that day. So before you go to bed, just write down 3 things that you're grateful for. What this does is it will bring your mental focus onto positive things and help you to recondition your mind so that it will see and focus on positive things more every day. This technique boosts your self-confidence, boosts your positive mental outlook, boosts your mental strength, and also boosts your personal self-love and your self-image, how you view yourself. This technique in itself has helped, and it's helping thousands of highly successful athletes, business people, entrepreneurs, and beyond. There's a lot of people who are doing this right now, basically, and it's going to become more and more known in the coming years. But it's a very simple, very basic way that you can start to recondition your mind by just simply thinking and writing down 3 things that you are grateful for that happen each day. So, let's see what else I write here. Okay, and so business people, entrepreneurs, and beyond. And I highly recommend you start doing this practice every day. You will start to feel the effects instantly. I did, even right after you write your first entries. Keep doing this. It is like push-ups for your mind. And slowly you will start to recondition your mind, and it will start to become a habit to think more positively, to be grateful for all that you have, and to see happiness and positivity in all situations. So I recommend starting each entry in your journal when you're doing your gratefuls this way. This is how I did it, and it took me about a year to get it worded in a way that was very effective for my mind. And it could be different wording for each of you. But this one worked for me. Starting it off with, I am so grateful and thankful for, and then going into whatever I'm grateful for. Okay, because when you do that, there's a little bit of laws of attraction going on when you start it off with, I am so grateful and thankful for. Because you're basically telling your mind that you have these things, you are strong, and then that will give you confidence, it will make you feel better. All right, so I'll give you a couple examples here for today. I am so grateful and thankful for the amazing moped ride I had today, to feel the wind in my face and to experience beautiful nature that I am part of. And I feel blessed to be able to do this and blessed to be able to be alive. So the second one was, I'm so grateful and thankful for spending some quality time with my family today to remind me I am lucky to have people who love and care for me. And the last one, I'm so grateful and thankful for having a great hard workout today at the gym and for getting to train with some incredible fighters. I am extremely grateful for having a healthy body with no illness so that I can train and be active. Okay, so that's one technique, is basically your gratefuls. Now, I went on about it for a while, but it's actually really easy. It's just write down 3 things in the morning, first thing in the morning, and the last thing just before you go to bed. 3 things that you're grateful for. It's more important that you do this before going to bed. So if you're going to choose between morning and bed, I would say do it before going to bed because it will influence your dreams as well. And you will most likely have more positive dreams. And that's kind of like free mental conditioning, spending all night just positive thoughts in your head. So it's a good way to trigger more positive dreaming. So that's the first way, writing your gratefuls. Huge. Even if you just do this from now on till the rest of your life, you're going to transform. You're just going to become mentally stronger and more positive. Now the second one is more about training your awareness. Okay, so the first one, the gratefuls, is training your positive way of looking at the world. The second one now is to train your awareness. So let's dive into the second one. The second technique you can start doing as well as soon as you feel ready. It will help you to become more aware of what is happening in your head. Over time, you feel like crap. Empty, lonely, sad, angry, hurt, whatever. Whenever you do feel like crap, write down the negative thoughts or thought that caused this emotion. Almost always there is a thought, as I say in all my videos, behind these feelings. So if you feel emptiness, depressed, anxiety, you may not be aware that there's some repeating thoughts going on in your mind that are causing this. So learn how to observe your thoughts through observing your emotions. So that's how I have done it. People always talk about try to listen to your thoughts. I find that hard. I find it easier to listen to my emotions and then trace the thoughts via the emotions. So once you are able to catch a thought, write it down in your journal. And you want to try and do this between 3 and 5 times a day. Try and catch 5 thoughts a day if you can, negative thoughts. Okay? So write the thought down in your journal and then ask the question, does this thought help me? The answer almost always is going to be no. Then write down 3 positive counter arguments to the thought you just had. So, for example, here's one. My ex, since a lot of people out there are going through breakups, let's hopefully this will be a good, way for you to see it in action. So the first example, my ex never truly loved me and just used me. So the first thing you do is you write down that thought, because that's what you were thinking that made you feel like crap. So my ex never truly loved me and just used me. Next thing you do, does this thought help me? No. Now let's start 3 positive counterbalances. So the first counterbalance to my ex never truly loved me and just used me is, I do not need the love or approval of anyone else to make me feel whole or happy or strong. All the love and happiness I need lies within me and the way I view the world. And each day I grow stronger, wiser in applying the love and energy and strength that's growing more and more stronger within myself each day. Okay, so that's one counterbalance. I like to load them up, so this is basically where you're going to learn to be your own coach, and you're going to be your own lawyer. So there's that negative thought comes in, and you're going to stand up for yourself. So you're training your mind to stand up for itself. So the second counterbalance is, I will never be able to know for sure what goes on in another person's head, nor should I. All I can control is myself, my own emotions, and my own thoughts, and that is enough. I am grateful for all the experiences I have had and have no regrets, and each day I use all my knowledge and experience to help me become the best version of myself I have ever been. Okay, so that's number 2, and then the third counterbalance is to my ex never truly loved me and just used me is, all that matters is my love and attention for myself, and I train my focus each day so that I can enhance these things in my life. It's not important what my ex did or does. What I think of myself is most important. And the quality of love I give myself is all that matters. I know that each day I fill myself up more with love, and I know that the future has so much excitement, love, and vitality in store for me. And I embrace it with all my heart and faith. Okay, so like I said, I like to really overload my counterbalances and make them super strong. And that's it. That's all you got to do every day. So, like I said, you don't even have to do both of these. You can just do the gratefuls is enough. But if you can do both, even better. Because you're training your focus and you're also thinking positively, right? So those are the 2 most powerful techniques that I am aware of in terms of how to transform the way your mental view of the world is and just how you feel and how you think. So yeah, I hope it helps, and I guess I'm going to be using this video, referring a lot of people to this video from now on, because like I said, most of my communications and conversations get to this. So I hope that this video will help. It sort of encapsulates everything that I want to say about that journaling, and yeah, let me know if it was good. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to email, I put my email down below. And yeah, this morning I woke up, and every morning I'm sure you go through, whether you see the world as like, yes, today's going to be a great day, or it's going to be like, oh man, how am I going to get through this day? Okay, so the world is what you make of it, and it all comes down to thinking. So you can really guide your thoughts a lot by journaling or mantras or affirmations, all very powerful. And this morning, I like to start the day this morning by just saying in my mind, just thinking the thought that today is going to be a great day. Okay, and you can apply that as well for your life. You can say, my life is going to be a great life. And you know what? The more you say that, it's like you're doing push-ups, and you become stronger in believing that. Because remember, yeah, so thoughts are just thoughts, but repeated thoughts become beliefs, and beliefs eventually become instinct and habit. Okay, so that's how it all works. So it's worth being aware of this and using these very simple but powerful techniques to turn your mind into a great tool. Okay? So that's it. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and if you have questions, just let me know.